What's up, Anime Vice? As always, I'm SaudiFan16, and I'm hopefully bright-eyed bushy-tailed for you and all that, but we'll get right down to it. Sonata's been kind of, the moderator on the site's been kind of wondering when I was going to do the series, and I finally got around to doing it. And I've also wrote a blog on this series as well previously, so we'll get right down to that. And so what I'm going to talk to you today about is Funimation's complete series Blu-ray release of Witchblade. And now, Witchblade, I know it's got some manga out in Japan, but I'm not sure how much. And then, of course, Witchblade originated in the U.S. from Tentacle Productions, which is a group of guys who worked at a comic studio, but they got tired of it, and so they left and made their own studio. And so Witchblade originally started as an American comic, and it's also been a TV show. And so, and then Gonzo approached Top Cow and everything, and they ended up putting an anime together back in 2006 and all that. And so, and then Funimation picked it up for U.S. licensing, and here we go. That's where we are today. I won't go into too much detail on it because I'm thinking, I believe I'm going to do a beginner's guide to Witchblade here at some point for the site, so you'll get a lot more info at that time. So we'll get right into it. The dub versus sub topic. Really? I haven't watched this. Is another one I haven't watched the sub. I know some of you guys who are sub lovers probably are hating me because I keep sitting here not knowing what the subs are like. But I mean, I watched this series for the first time last summer on Blu-ray, and I sat down. I think I mowed through that in like 2 days. That's how much time I had on my hands, and I was even going to school. So. But so the dub I really liked though. I think it worked out really well. For all intents and purposes, I think everything was pretty suiting. I didn't sit there and watch it and be like, okay, that just did not quite work out. So that's all I got there. Anyways, let's see. Animation. The animation I really like. It's totally suiting the whole Witchblade scenario. But I really like how the Gonzo definitely made it their own thing, compared to the American comic. They really went into it and everything, and I really love the detail. And I mean, they went ahead and they made it violent, and sexy, and they created that strange mixture of the connection between pleasure and pain, or ecstasy and pain, or whichever you want to say. But the Blu-ray upscale is in 1080p, and I think it looks really good. Everything. I really hadn't sat there and watched a regular DVD version, but I think the Blu-ray looks pretty damn good. And everything. Yeah, 24 episodes. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, on to the story. Let's see, story. Basically you got Masane Yamaha. Yeah, sorry, it's been a while. Yeah, Masane Yamaha, who's the mother of Ryoko Yamaha, and they just kind of end up in Tokyo, and they're just trying to make a life for themselves, but it gets kind of hard because the NSWF, which what's that stand for? Oh, the NSWF Child Welfare Division. I forget what NSWF actually stands for. here somewhere. National Scientific Welfare Foundation. That's what NSWF stands for. Okay. So yeah. Anyways, they're trying to take Ryoko and all that, and Masana ends up getting her back and keeping her away, saying that keeping her away from child welfare because she says that she can provide for her child and this and that and the other. And so that sort of ends up getting all settled. But then that takes a sidetrack to the main story because Masane is the holder of the Witchblade. And so then, like, these things called eye weapons come around and they are, like, attracted to the Witchblade. And the eye weapons are made by Doji Group. I believe. Doji. Yeah, by Doji Group, which is a powerful organization who manufactures weapons. And these eye weapons are reanimated corpses that turn into machines, basically. It's weird. But they end up getting, like, attracted to each other, and so they fight and this and that. And then, see, the leader of the NSWF, he is very interested in the Witchblade, and he wants the Witchblade. Of course, Doji Group wants the Witchblade as well. And they both find out that Masane is the current holder of the Witchblade. And so Doji just tries to keep an eye on her, and they hire her to take care of their dirty work, which is their eye weapons, that get loose in the city. And then the NSWF is using what they call clone blades. And they're neogenes to find and capture the Witchblade. But you kind of find out that you just can't beat the original and everything. And then, you know, the story unfolds, and then you find out some big reveals and everything that I don't want to ruin it for you, so I don't want to tell you exactly. And so then, you know, if you know anything about Witchblade, then you'll know how the story ends, which kind of sucks, and all that. But you know, that's okay. So that's kind of how the story goes and everything. It's got its funny moments. It's got action. It's got language. It's got your blood. No nudity though, which is strange for the how they did for how Gonzo did the show and what it's rated. I mean, TVMA and no nudity. It's really surprising. There are other TVMAs with no nudity, but I was just really surprised for how this show was created. But anyways, characters. I already told you a little bit about Masane and everything, and she doesn't take very good care of herself, to say the least. And so her daughter takes care of her a lot. I mean, she cooks for her and like cleans for her and all that other shit. Yeah, and she's like 6 years old, so that's pretty bad and all that. But then you got some other characters like another tenant of the area that Ryoko and Masane like kind of live in. It's like there's apartments upstairs, and then downstairs it's like a little cafe sort of thing. But let's see, you got the freelance photographer Yusuke. He gets involved because he's wanting to know, like, you know, he wants a big scoop. He wants a big story because apparently he was kind of a hot shot back before the Great Quake or disaster or whatever that was in Tokyo, like however many years ago. But then he's just kind of been sucked away for these last few years. And now that Masane showed up, all sorts of shit started happening again. So he wants to know what's all going on. and get himself a big scoop so that way he can make some money and all that stuff. Then you got, let's see, who else you got? You got another Neo Gene who's pretty important because she ends up being a certain someone's mother and certain someone's lover and all that. And so, yeah, and I think she's like the leader of the Neo Genes, I believe. Oh yeah. And then you got, let's see, you got, oh yeah, Reiji Takayama. He was the bureau chief of Doji Group, but then like got fired, and then I think got like rehired, or, but he's supposed to keep an eye on Masane during her, while she works and everything, to take care of the eye weapons, and ends up they develop a relationship with each other, which as the story goes, you find out why and everything. And of course, you know, what's the anime without some sort of awkward, or at least implied, or actually, you know, actually spelled out relationship and all that. And then, yeah, really, a lot of the other characters, there aren't a whole lot to it. Yeah, I mean, you got, nah, he's not really all that important. You can just watch him, blah. So, yeah, that's how it is for characters. Alright, and then anime versus manga. I haven't read any of the manga, like I said. There's some that's been out and everything, so I don't really know what it's all about and everything, because basically each Witchblade story is different. I mean, Top Cow, the U.S. comic is different, the anime is different, the manga story is different because they all have different characters, how the story goes, and what's all in the story and what all includes. So yeah. So yeah, basically pick your poison because each one's different and all that. But I really love the anime. I really like how it's done and everything. So that's basically how I'm going to wrap that up. Other than that, you know, Top Gal had a lot of a huge hand in how the anime went and everything, and I'll mention it when I get around to the beginner's guide. I'll mention some funny stuff from the special features that I watched, because I watched like practically all the special features on here from the where the creators talk about the anime getting made and everything. So other than that, check out Witchblade. It's pretty cool. You know, 24 episodes, so it's not too bad to watch. Looks good on Blu-ray and all that. Other than that, you know, I'm SaudiFan16 signing off. So see you next time. Peace.